The story takes place in the Great Qi Dynasty, ruled by the boundless Qi Emperor. Within the empire are 6 large kingdoms. Within these kingdoms are sects, weaker than the kingdoms themselves. Each year, these sects must offer a certain amount of resources to the kingdoms. The sects are subordinate to the kingdoms to the imperial dynasty, and the dynasty to an even greater power. The entire world is stratified like a pyramid. The Great Qi Dynasty's 6 kingdom capitals are massive centers of culture and economy, filled with densely packed houses and magnificent palaces. Inside a tavern, a group of warriors entered and shouted to the waiter, "Bring us a dozen jars of your finest 7-star wine." The waiter quickly replied, "Yes, sir, please come in." A young man wearing a hat that covered half his face sat drinking in a corner. He glanced outside, observing. Yang Jian sat down at a table, excitedly saying, "Who knows when young Master Fuang will return? When he does, that's when that old dog, Luke Qinheng, the king of the 6th kingdom, will lose his life. The king is dead, and the Fuang family has agreed with the Phi Xa sect. We can take a 10th of that old dog's inheritance." Fantastic. He brought his chopsticks to his mouth, continuing to chatter, "But I heard the king has an heir somewhere out there. If that child gets angry and seeks revenge on a small fry, then..." Chumak scoffed. "What's there to be afraid of? 5 years ago, Luke Tran was 18, a debauched wastrel who indulged in pleasure and never cultivated. Even at 23, he's still just a good-for-nothing. What revenge can he possibly take?" Yang Jian laughed. "Exactly. He's probably wandering around out there and has likely encountered a demon beast or bandits. His bones have probably turned to dust, and his tombstone is covered in moss." "Ha." Hearing these words, Luke Tran put down his wine cup and leaned on the table. He spoke in a serious tone. "You too, that old man, Luke Qinheng, was the king of the 6th kingdom. You're in the 6th kingdom's capital, at the foot of the emperor, and you dare to discuss the king like this. Is that appropriate?" Chumak retorted, "Youngster, judging by your clothes, you're from elsewhere, aren't you? Let me tell you something everyone here knows. This 6th kingdom currently belongs to the Luke family. That's true. But in less than 3 days, it will change hands. This 6th kingdom will be General Fuang's territory." Luke Tran scoffed. "Interesting. Are these your words, or the words of that rebel, Fuang Lam?" His words shocked everyone present. Chumak roared, "Insolent. How dare you address General Fuang by his given name?" Luke Tran let out an "O" and pointed at them, saying, "You're as protective of your master as a dog guarding the Fuang family home." Chumak cursed angrily. "Damn it, you arrogant brat." He lunged forward with a punch, roaring, "You're tired of living." Luke Tran immediately raised his hand to block. Such weak strength, yet so arrogant, killing someone over a single disagreement. Suddenly, he grabbed Chumak's arm and twisted it forcefully. Chumak's right arm flew off at the elbow, blood spraying everywhere. Luke Tran said coldly, "Consider this a small lesson." Yang Jian rushed forward to shield his companion. He shouted furiously, "How dare you? You dare injure a disciple of the Phi Xa sect. I'll kill you to avenge my fellow disciple." All 4 of them attacked at once. Luke Tran exclaimed, "A bunch of small fry." The sword flew from its scabbard, striking repeatedly. Sword chi radiated powerfully. In the blink of an eye, the opponent was down. The sword quickly returned to its sheath. Luke Tran, sword at his side, stood up and walked out of the tavern. He pulled down his hood and sighed. Time to return to the royal palace. Let's see how the old man is doing. But the palace was quiet, heavily guarded. The soldiers guarding the gate saw Luke Tran and called out, "Who goes there? This is the forbidden area of the royal palace. If you don't have an invitation, leave immediately." He lowered his hood and said reproachfully, "Come on, is it that bad? I've only been gone for 5 years, and no one recognizes me." The soldiers rejoiced, exclaiming, "Your Highness. Your Highness, it's Luke Tran. It truly is His Highness, the Prince. The Prince has returned." He scratched his ear and said, all right. Look how happy you all are." Crying and shouting in the middle of the night, disturbing the peace. General Lai clasped his hands and bowed his head. He said in a low voice, "Your Highness, the situation in the capital is complicated. It would be best if you left to avoid the turmoil." Luke Tran scoffed. "Leave? I specifically crossed mountains and rivers, braved the wind and dust to return, and you tell me to leave? I can't even see my own father." The general quickly added, "That's true, Your Highness. If you've returned, then please come in. You standing out here is concerning." General Lai immediately led him inside. Your Highness, this way, please. Luke Tran asked, is my old man dead yet? He hesitated, then replied, Your Highness, the king is currently suffering from severe poison. He drifts in and out of consciousness, but it's not that bad. Luke Tran exclaimed, so he's not dead. Good, there's still a chance to save him. General Lai broke out in a cold sweat. Ha, Your Highness, you jest. We've arrived. He pushed open the door to a large room. He called out loudly to the person inside, Master Mac, look who's returned. An old man with flowing white hair looked at him intently, then asked, Are you Prince Luke Tran? This strange-looking old man was Mac Han, a fourth-grade alchemist. Luke Tran smiled and greeted him. Master Mac, it's been 5 years. Are you well? He walked to the bedside and looked at his father for a long moment before saying, Old man, this time you really capsized in a ditch. Mac Han clasped his hands and said, I apologize, Your Highness. With my fourth-grade alchemy skills, I am powerless against this poison. To cure His Majesty's unique poison, we need at least a 6th-grade divine revelation pill. Luke Tran handed him a bottle of pills and said, This is the divine revelation pill, right? Master Mac replied with a smile, Yes, this is it. 1 pill is enough to make His Majesty. He suddenly stammered, This is Your Highness. Where did you get so many 6th-grade divine revelation pills? Luke Tran snapped, Why do you care so much? Just give them to the old man. At this moment, a loud laugh came from outside the door. Ha! I heard Prince Luke Tran has returned. Let me have a look. Ta Cao Tien, the national teacher of the 6 kingdoms, strode in. Above his head was a bizarre formation. Ta Cao Tien said with a smile, Your Highness, 5 years have passed, and you still look as youthful as ever. Have you been well these past few years? Luke Tran replied softly, So it's Elder Ta. 5 years have passed. I wonder if your formation skills have broken through to the 6th level yet. He replied, Your Highness, don't tease me. If I can reach the 5th level in this lifetime, I'll be fortunate. The 6th level is something I wouldn't even dare to dream of. Elder Ta sighed, But, Your Highness, you shouldn't have returned at this time. The kingdom is in turmoil. The city is in chaos. Your presence here is too dangerous. Emo Shinkong exclaimed, This ignorant old man. Your Highness's return is so timely. He raised the medicine bottle and said, See, the divine revelation pill can detoxify His Majesty. Your Highness brought back such a large bottle. Excellent. Zhuo Lao gasped in surprise. Is this the divine revelation pill? With this, His Majesty's poison should be cured in just a few days. He thought to himself, *, a 6th-grade pill. Even in the Imperial Dynasty, it's a rare treasure. 1 6th-grade pill can be exchanged for several million spirit stones. His Highness, 6th Prince Lu Chun, has been away for 5 years. What has he experienced? Back then, he refused to cultivate, but now he possesses such power. Master Emo immediately gave the king the pill. Observing the black energy dissipating from His Majesty's face, he said, With the divine revelation pill, the poison is as good as cured. He should awaken within 3 days. Lu Chun breathed a sigh of relief. It seems my father has overcome this tribulation. Master Mo, Zhuo, now that we have time, please explain everything clearly. I must find out who dared to poison the king. At the same time, at the Yin Poison sect, after hearing his subordinate's report, Li Heijing exclaimed in shock, What? You're saying dozens of our disciples were all killed by a single brat? The subordinate replied, Yes, Sect Master Li Hei. According to our investigation, it was Prince Lu Chun who killed 31 of our disciples at the tavern. Hearing this, Yin Poison Sect Master Zhang Kuei said, Lu Chun, the son of King Lu Jingheng, the one who disliked cultivation and disappeared 5 years ago. Why has he suddenly reappeared? Flying Snake Sect Master Li Hei exclaimed, Wasn't that kid a cultivation cripple back then? A cripple who disappeared for 5 years, and upon his return, killed 30 Foundation establishment experts. It seems that during his disappearance, he went to cultivate. To have achieved such skill at his age, he's a genius. Fang Changlin of the 6 Nations interrupted, Enough with the nonsense. So what if he's a genius? An immature genius is no different from a cripple. Just one life. Li Hei agreed. Exactly. Moreover, King Xiang has poisoned King Lu Jingheng with the Fire Seed King poison. King Lu will certainly die within 3 days at most. What use is his return now? We just need to sit back and watch what they can do. Haha. General Fong looked at the map of the Six Nations and said, everything is about to succeed. I just need to wait for King Lu's death, and the Six Nations will be mine. At the same time, within the royal palace, Missouri Shinkong and Zhuo Qiushan reported the current situation to Lu Chen. After listening, he concluded, so it's all the work of those 5 nascent soul chickens. There's nothing we can do. His Majesty is the only King Realm expert in the Six Nations. With His Majesty gravely injured, no one can suppress those 5 nascent soul experts. Lu Chun then handed the national teacher an item and said, Zhuolao, deploy this 7 absolute sword formation throughout the entire palace. Let those 5 nascent soul trash come. One comes, one dies. Zhuo Qiushan exclaimed in astonishment. A level 5 killing formation, the 7 absolute sword formation. Even the Imperial Dynasty doesn't possess such a high-level formation. Lu Chun then tossed a large bottle of pills to General Li. I have over 1,000 marrow cleansing pills. Distribute them to all the royal guards in the capital for their use. From now on, I'll take care of all the cultivation pills for the guards below the King Realm. General Li replied joyfully, Thank you, Your Highness. Long live Your Highness. Long live Your Highness. Mo Shinkong curiously asked, Your Highness, what have you experienced these past few years? How can you possess so many rare and wondrous treasures? Seeing Lu Chun walk outside, Zhuolao hurriedly asked, Your Highness, where are you going now? Don't be rash. Lu Chen replied coldly, I'm going to kill some people. General Li said, Be careful, Your Highness. Lu Chen walked out towards the Six Kingdoms Imperial Palace. He thought to himself, it's not like it's hell out here. What's there to be afraid of? In the past 5 years, what danger haven't I faced? I remember being chased by an emperor for 10 days and 10 nights. I'm still alive, aren't I? Hidden on the rooftops, the shadow guards signaled to each other. They were following Lu Chun. They followed him, waiting for him to leave the palace. They planned to find a secluded spot and kill him, but their actions didn't escape his notice. These guys are following me. Lu Chun immediately turned into a narrow alley. The shadow guards relayed the message. The target has turned into the alley. Increase speed and eliminate him. They immediately gave chase. But in a flash, Lu Chen was gone. Where is he? Where did he go? The shadow guards began to panic. How can he not be in this alley? Their leader shouted, Damn it, we've been tricked. Everyone, take to the rooftops and search the surrounding area thoroughly. They leaped onto the roofs and spread out in all directions. Lu Chen stood below, chuckling to himself. You can't track me. My transformation technique has reached its peak. I can change my appearance in the blink of an eye. Those with cultivation below the King Realm can't see through it. He deactivated his transformation technique. Now that I've shaken off those small fries, it's time to take care of business. The 7 absolute killing formation is set up in the palace, just waiting for those nascent soul fools to walk into their deaths. Lu Chun calculated, if I kill all their descendants, they'll be enraged and rush to the palace seeking revenge, won't they? Li Hao, the son of the Flying Serpent sect master, Li Mo, was a lecherous man who frequented brothels. 9 out of 10 days were spent in pleasure houses. He was the weakest among those Lu Chun needed to kill, possessing only the early stage Qi condensation realm cultivation. Perhaps due to years of indulging in brothels and neglecting his martial arts training, he was pathetically weak. As expected, Lu Chun dispatched him swiftly. Just as he left, Xiaoyu opened the door and entered the room, calling out, Young Master Li, it's almost noon. Time for lunch. The girl was suddenly horrified and collapsed onto the floor, screaming, Li, Young Master Li, murder. Murder! Li Hao lay in a pool of blood, showing no signs of life. Target 1, eliminated. The Black Jiao Arena, the most famous fighting arena in the Six Kingdoms capital, was a beastly prison built on blood and flesh. If the son of the Flying Serpent sect, Li Hao, enjoyed flowers and wine, then the second target, Zhang Wei, son of the Yin Poison sect master, Zhang Oi, was the opposite. Zhang Wei had trained in martial arts since childhood and wasn't interested in sensual pleasures. He was a martial arts fanatic. At this moment, in the Black Jiao Arena, Zhang Wei was in the ring, surrounded by cheers of Go, Young Master Zhang. Go, Young Master Zhang. Several important figures were watching the match. Xiaoha said, I heard that King Lu Zhengheng is about to die. Old Wu Yin, holding a cup of tea, slowly replied, it's unclear whether the fifth-level Earth Spirit formation of the royal palace has been breached and whether King Lu is alive or dead. However, the four nascent soul experts have been continuously attacking the Earth Spirit formation for months, and King Lu hasn't appeared. It's likely, as the rumors say, that he's severely injured. But this has nothing to do with us. As long as they don't interfere with the Black Jiao Arena's business, it doesn't matter to me who's king. Lu Chun, disguised as a servant using his transformation technique, stood nearby, observing the surroundings. As expected, Zhang Wei was still at the Black Jiao Arena, competing against someone. Moreover, Manhwa is also here. It seems I can kill two birds with one stone. Saves me a trip. Manhwa, son of nascent soul expert Nie Wuming. Nie Wuming is also a rebel. Manhwa slowly stood up and said softly, young Master Zhang, your physique has grown stronger. Congratulations, congratulations. Zhang Wei chuckled. Ha, you're too kind. Do you want to spar? He replied, I'll pass. I'm going to the pleasure house to meet Li Hao for dinner. At this moment, Lu Chun walked over and said loudly, excuse me, but I'm afraid you won't have the chance to dine with Li Hao. Manhwa was a little surprised. You're just a servant. How dare you speak to us like that? Lu Chun didn't say much. He directly channeled his chi, launched his fist, and attacked. Manhwa sensed this chi and felt fear in his heart. Asterisk, this is killing intent. Such terrifying killing intent. How can a mere servant possess this? Asterisk, he immediately launched a counterattack. The two forces collided, causing a huge shock. A scream rang out. Ag! Manhwa's bones instantly shattered. Lu Chun deactivated his disguise, revealing his true face. He said coldly, 5 years gone, and you trash haven't gotten any stronger. Zhang Wei was a little surprised. You're Lu Chun. The former trash dares to attack me now. He laughed loudly. Ha, you're dead. Zhang Wei immediately channeled his chi and roared, kill. Poisonous gas spread out, billowing towards Lu Chun. Lu Chun didn't flinch. A flash of light erupted as he charged forward, closing in on his opponent. He grabbed Zhang Wei's neck. Zhang Wei couldn't believe it. How? How can you resist my poison? Lu Chun laughed. You know nothing of true power. You're just delusional. He tightened his grip, snapping Zhang Wei's neck. A sinister smile spread across his face. I'll destroy them all, so don't worry. They'll join you soon. Those present in the arena were terrified. What? Who is this person? How dare he be so arrogant? He killed the descendant of a nascent soul expert, just like that. Isn't he afraid of death? Lu Chun snorted. He stood before the gates of another great family and softly said, shall we continue? At that time, Zhang Kuei, the sect master of the Yin Poison sect, was in a meeting when a subordinate rushed in to report. Sect master, something terrible has happened. Something terrible. He snapped, what is it? Panicking like this, what kind of composure is that? The subordinate trembled as he replied, young master. Young master is dead. Young master Zhang Wei was killed by Lu Chun at the Black Jiao Arena. And not just the young master. Young master Manhwa was also killed by Lu Chun. Countless people witnessed it. Zhang Kuei roared in fury, rebellion. That brat dares. Immediately after, countless bad news reports came flooding in. Master Li Hei, it's bad. The young master died at the pleasure house. Qing family head, please accept my condolences. The 3 young masters of the Babai family. They were all killed at the Qing family estate. Everyone was utterly shocked. Rage boiled within them. Damn it, how could this be? Li Hei roared. Damn him. In a single day, he dared to kill all the descendants of the 4 of us. If we don't avenge this, we don't deserve to be fathers. The Qing family head said, we must find that brat Lu Chun and settle the score. The 4 of them immediately flew towards the royal palace, joining forces to break through the formation. They were determined to kill Lu Chun on sight. Very quickly, they arrived at the royal palace, standing outside the protective barrier. Zhang Kuei shouted, Lu Chun, come out and face your death. Lu Chun, along with old Zhua and old Mo, walked out. He exclaimed, oh, you arrived quickly. Zhang Kuei roared, asking, you little beast, did you kill my son? Lu Chun replied, yes, that's right. Your children were too weak, utterly useless. They couldn't even withstand a single blow from me. I'm standing right here. If you're capable, come and kill me. Zhang Kuei's face was covered in bulging veins as he bellowed. Just you wait. Once Lu Chen's barrier is broken, I'll kill you. He signaled to the 3 others. Attack. Use all your strength to break this tattered turtle shell of his. The 4 of them combined their strength in a joint attack, repeatedly striking the formation. A moment later, the barrier was breached. Zhang Kuei laughed loudly. Haha, the turtle shell is broken. Let's see how arrogant you can be now. He immediately charged towards Lu Chun to attack. Die, Lu Chun. Lu Chun's eyes glowed crimson. He clasped his hands and channeled his energy. A precious sword appeared, radiating immense power. In the blink of an eye, countless illusory swords materialized in the air. Zhang Kuei cried out in astonishment. A sword formation. How can there be a sword formation here? Lu Chun didn't say a word. He simply pointed at Zhang Kuei, directing the swords. Before Zhang Kuei could react, he was pierced by countless swords. Li He was terrified. What kind of sword formation is this? It can instantly kill a nascent soul expert. At this moment, Lu Chun turned his hand towards the rest of them. You next. Li He and his companions cried out, Your Highness, spare us. We were wrong. We won't collude with the Grand General anymore. Your Highness, please spare our lives. A barrage of swords pierced their bodies. Lu Chun scoffed. You still want to beg for mercy now. Their screams echoed in the air before abruptly ceasing. He said coldly, too late. The next day, in the royal palace, King Lu woke up and coughed softly. Emo Hong Kong cried out joyfully, Your Majesty, you're awake. King Lu turned and asked, Old Emo, how long have I been unconscious? The poison in your body has been mostly purged, Old Emo. What did you do? Emo Hong Kong chuckled. This old servant doesn't have such detoxification abilities. It was His Highness who returned. He brought back the divine dew pill to detoxify you. Lu Chun stood at the door, feigning a carefree expression, and asked, Old man, you're awake. King Lu sat up and snorted. You brat, didn't you run away from home? You still know how to come back. Lu Chun scratched his ear and replied, Well, I had to. If I hadn't come back, someone would have been strung up. You were the one who forced me to train in martial arts all those years ago, saying that cultivation could strengthen the body, protect the family, defend the country, prolong life, and protect one's own people. You also said that with an incompetent and uneducated person like me, the Lu Kingdom would sooner or later be doomed. Look at you. You practiced martial arts every day, and the Lu Kingdom still almost perished. Hearing these words, King Lu was choked with anger. You! He roared furiously. But before he could finish his sentence, Lu Chun interrupted him. What about me? I thought Father had been working so hard these past 5 years. I thought you had finally taken down the Prime Minister. I was prepared to come back and inherit the great undertaking. But the result, you were harmed by someone. If I hadn't happened to return in time, the Lu Kingdom would have been usurped by the Fong family. If Grandpa knew that Father had ruined the family like this, he would definitely jump out of his coffin and spank you. For 18 years, King Lu suddenly went from being harmed by someone to being the one who ruined the family. He was so angry he jumped out of bed, intending to give his unruly son a beating. The old man had to hold him back tightly. Lu Chun thought to himself, every day, the old man lectures me. My ears are about to fall off. Finally, it's my turn to teach my father a lesson. Asterisk scene change. 18 years ago. On Earth, I was working overtime when I had a stroke and transmigrated to the Lu Kingdom. Asterisk. After I transmigrated, unlike those crazy arrogant protagonists who cultivate like mad, I chose to live life to the fullest, even if it meant being called trash. The main reason is that I transmigrated as the only son of the Lu Kingdom's emperor. I was born at the finish line. Why should I strive? Why should I cultivate? I might have another stroke from cultivating. As a result, this old man forced me to cultivate every day and lectured me endlessly. When I turned 18, I finally couldn't take it anymore and ran away from the royal capital. After running away, I thought I could finally stop striving and start my leisurely life. But unexpectedly, 5 superb female masters fell from the sky, all saying I was a once-in-a-millennium genius, and dragged me off to cultivate. My first master, Su Yingxia, the mistress of the Xia region, is strict, domineering, incredibly powerful, and has many admirers. She often dotes on me, saying, Disciple, take this. A little money and these magical artifacts are nothing to your master. They're just trinkets. But more importantly, my first master is also the richest woman in the Qing region and cares deeply for me. Asterisk my second master, Yao Shi, from the Huang region, is the leader of the Holy Land. She's cold and aloof, yet incredibly dignified. Asterisk, she often tells me, cultivate diligently and protect your junior sister. But my junior sister is very well behaved, always greeting me with, greetings, senior brother. I feel that my second master is actually warm-hearted despite her cold exterior. She not only teaches me cultivation techniques, but also bestowed upon me an adorable junior sister. My third master, Hiru, from the new region, is a cold beauty with a strict personality. She doesn't like to laugh, is extremely serious, and often says, don't be lazy, practice diligently. Asterisk, she always uses strange methods to force me to cultivate. She's a cunning one. Asterisk. My fourth master, Hua Dai, from the Xian region, is the leader of the Alchemist Guild and the best alchemist in the 10 regions. She often says with a chuckle, next time, you'll still have to come and help me test medicines. My fifth master, Jin Xingyin, is the best artifact refiner in the 10 regions. They always ask me, disciple, does this artifact I specially made for you fit well? Lu Chen sighed, looking at the resources before him. I just want to be a simple second-generation rich kid, living an ordinary life. This must be the suffering that all rich people have to endure. A roar echoed through the royal palace. You unfilial son. King Lu slammed his fist on the chair. Mo Hang remained unfazed. Your Majesty, please calm down. You reap what you sow. You were too strict with His Highness in the past, and he still holds a grudge. King Lu sighed. All right. Tell me, what did this unfilial son do while I was unconscious? Old Mo slowly recounted. It's like this after you fell unconscious. The story continued until nightfall. The teacup in King Lu's hand fell to the ground. He exclaimed in astonishment, what? 6th grade divine dew pill. He reached the peak of the marrow cleansing realm in 5 years. And he even took out 3,000 marrow cleansing pills, 500 transcendent pills, and 200 nascent soul pills for the Imperial Guards. Old Mo addressed His Majesty. Indeed, Your Majesty. I've been wondering the same thing. How could he be richer than a king like me? He exclaimed. Unexpectedly, he continuously killed the heirs of those rebels, and even arranged 5 levels of killing formations, slaughtering 4 nascent soul realm experts. 5 years we haven't seen him. What has this rebellious son gone through? Suddenly, a powerful tremor came from outside, accompanied by a burst of brilliant light. Mo Xingkong speculated, could it be His Highness breaking through? This aura. The tremors are coming from the East Palace. Lu Chun was meditating, radiating an incredibly powerful aura. He abruptly stood up, his internal energy surging violently. His body was enveloped in a thin layer of golden chi. Lu Chun exclaimed, this is the 9th time I've experienced the power and abilities of a transcendent life. The world of cultivation is divided into body tempering, chi condensation, marrow cleansing, transcendent, nascent soul, king realm, emperor realm, saint monarch, and saint king. A total of 10 realms. I've just broken through from the late stage of marrow cleansing to the transcendent realm. This 9 revolutions heaven art that master gave me. What kind of monstrous cultivation technique is it? Lu Chan released a burst of sword chi and suddenly stabbed himself in the chest. This technique actually requires one to continuously sever their own cultivation after breaking through to the transcendent realm. And it has to be done 9 times. But this is the 9th time. He popped a medicinal pill into his mouth, then sat down, focusing on circulating his chi to heal his wounds, using the supreme healing pill to mend my injuries. 9 self-severings are considered complete. I won't need to sever my cultivation anymore after this. 3 days later, Lu Chen opened the door to find Mo Xingkong and Zhua Qiushan waiting for him. The two of them said in unison, congratulations, Your Highness, on breaking through to the transcendent realm. Old Zhua, your congratulations are premature. I haven't broken through to the transcendent realm. I'm still at the peak of marrow cleansing. Old Zhua said, Your Highness, a few days ago, the spiritual energy within a 10-mile radius was completely absorbed during your breakthrough. Such a huge commotion, and yet you didn't break through. Lu Chan said half-jokingly, at that time, I did indeed break through successfully, but then I severed my own cultivation, falling from the transcendent realm. Now I'm back at the peak of marrow cleansing. But every time I sever my cultivation, my accumulated potential increases. The goal is to infinitely approach the state of a transcendent life. In ancient times, a transcendent life wasn't just a simple realm, but a definition. Qi and blood in the temples, the Qi Si Dantian, and the Yin Blood Si Sacral Chakra are all brimming with vitality. Lu Chen stretched out his hand and looked up at the sky. Boundless Qi and blood, a constantly evolving life force. This is the true definition of a transcendent life. Transcendent life is the definition of evolved life, not limited to a specific realm. Besides, during my second self-severing, I was already killing transcendent realm cultivators like dogs. Hearing these words, King Lu stepped forward. He asked sternly, What have you been through these past 5 years? Lu Chen replied, I merely joined a sect. He suddenly recalled the expression of his grandmaster, Su Yingxia, who had handed him a formation flag and said, I am the master of a realm, with countless Saint Formation Masters under my command, refining a 5th grade formation. I can refine over 1,000 a day, easy as pie. Here, take these. Lu Chen immediately accepted them, respectfully saying, as expected of Grandmaster, you can casually produce so many 5th grade formation flags. Master Su replied, you're already satisfied with these mere children's toys. The man tugged on Lu Chen's collar, reminding him, remember, sever your transcendent Tao foundation 9 times. Only after becoming a transcendent being can you go to Yao Shi to obtain body, refining, and cultivation techniques. Lu Chen hastily replied, yes, Grandmaster. You are right. I will definitely follow your teachings. He turned to look at the 6 kings and said, it's an incredibly powerful sect. Even a single gate guard could defeat Old Man Lu. These words infuriated Lu Jingheng. Veins pulsed on his forehead, and his eyes radiated killing intent. Just then, a shocking pressure descended upon the space. One of the kings exclaimed this oppressive aura. That is like a frigid mountain pressing down on the entire royal capital. This is royal will. A king realm expert has arrived in Lu's capital. A voice slowly echoed from the sky. My royal will has enveloped the entire city. The other party must have sensed it. Elder Xiatian of the Xianlei sect said, regardless of whether Lu Zhengheng is dead or alive, this Lu kingdom will belong to your father from now on. After all, this old man has some connections in Qi's royal capital. After your father's matters are settled, you must abandon all distractions and focus on your cultivation. Fang Tung replied, many thanks, Master, for your unwavering support. This disciple will remember your teachings. Fang Changlin, standing beside him, exclaimed, good. Son, you must diligently follow Elder Xiatian and cultivate well to repay this kindness. Xiatian called out loudly, Lu Zhengheng, king of the Lu kingdom, come out and meet me. Lu Chen responded in a casual tone, what's all the yelling for? You're so annoying this early in the morning. Xiatian exclaimed, where did this brat come from, daring to interrupt me, calling for the king? Come out and meet me. Old Mo said, your majesty is busy with countless affairs and has no time to see you. The Xianlei sect elder roared, you insignificant nascent soul realm cultivator. Who gave you the audacity to speak to me like that? Do you want to die? 2 thin, thread-like strands of spiritual energy shot from his eyes directly into Old Mo's. Mo Shinkong immediately recognized this as a soul-piercing spiritual attack. Seeing Old Mo's pained expression, Lu Chen took out a finger guard adorned with small skulls and severed the spiritual force. He declared loudly, a king realm expert bullying a nascent soul realm cultivator in front of everyone. You truly have no shame. Xiatian was utterly astonished. The finger guard in your hand is unexpectedly a Dharma treasure capable of disrupting my spiritual power. How could someone like you possess such a treasure? Lu Chen turned back to Mo Shinkong and said, don't be so cold, old Mo. They are, after all, esteemed guests visiting the royal palace. Prepare some tea and invite our esteemed guests in. Mo Shinkong replied, as you command, your highness. I will go and prepare immediately. Xiatian was somewhat enraged. He thought to himself, these 2 bastards dare to disregard my words. He turned back and instructed his disciple, wait here. I'll go meet that brat. It's good to probe the royal palace's formations first. Fang Changlin thought to himself, let him test the city's formations first. The Xianlei sect elder stepped off his lotus platform. he declared in a loud voice. Since you've come out to receive guests, how could I not come? Lu Chen had been waiting for this. He waved his hand, deploying the 7 absolute sword formation. Illusory swords, like a torrential rain, whizzed towards Xia Tian. He was a bit startled. It really is the 7 absolute sword formation. How could a small kingdom like this possess such a powerful killing formation? Xia Tian immediately activated his protective barrier. He declared loudly, the 7 absolute sword formation is indeed formidable. But if this is what you're using to confront me head-on, you're being childish. Lu Chun snapped his fingers, and a sword shattered. Xia Tian's face darkened. Your ridiculous delusion. I'll shatter it for you. Lu Chun scoffed. Indeed, a level 5 formation like the 7 absolute sword formation can't trap you. I understand this better than anyone. Though I can't trap you, I can drive you mad. Lu Chun channeled his energy, taking out countless flags to set up formation banners. He challenged loudly, breaking one formation is nothing. If you have the ability, break 10. Break 10, then 100. Break 100, and I'll throw 1,000 more at you. 10,000. I'll fight you to the bitter end. Hearing these words, Xia Tian was utterly shocked. How is this possible? A single 7 absolute sword formation can sell for over 100 million spirit stones. How can a small nation like yours possess so many precious formation banners? As Lu Chun deployed countless sword formations, the banners surrounded Xia Tian. Then Lu Chun said sarcastically, look at this penniless pauper getting angry. Isn't it just a few thousand level 5 formations? Perhaps this is the suffering of the rich. Having just a little money like this is merely a trivial matter. These words directly enraged the Xian Lei sect elder. He roared, damn you. Let me see just how many formations you really have. The fierce battle began and lasted for 2 hours. Xia Tian, straining to withstand the barrage of formations, began to tire. He gasped, damn it, huff, puff. Just how many formation banners does this brat have? Could he really have over 10 million sets? Lu Chun, now lying leisurely on a chair, basking in the sun, said excitedly, keep going. Are you out of breath? Or are you about to give up? If you can't hold on, just say the words, Lu Chun is incredibly handsome. You're the most handsome in the world. Sincerely apologize, and I'll mercifully let you go. Hearing these words, Fong Tung yelled, Lu Chun, shut up. Don't insult my master. Do you want to die? Lu Chun calmly said to Xia Tian, Fong Tung is your disciple. You're suffering in the formation, while he's outside watching you struggle. What's the point of having such a disciple? Fong Tung roared, while Lu Chun, don't try to use divisive tactics. I deeply respect my master. Even if it means climbing mountains of knives or descending in a seas of fire, I won't hesitate. Lu Chun replied, climbing mountains of knives and descending in a seas of fire. Then kneel down for me, the most handsome Lu Chun, and beg me 100 times. Then I might consider sparing your master. Fong Tung was furious. Lu Chun, you're going too far. Lu Chun scoffed. Your words betray your true intentions. You talk about facing mountains of knives and seas of fire for your master, but you can't even fulfill this small request. If I were your master, I would definitely expel such an ungrateful disciple from my sect. Fong Tung immediately landed in the courtyard. Shut up. I agree. He knelt on the ground and said, 100 kowtows, right? For my master, I'll do it. I'll kowtow to you now. Lu Chun said to his subordinates, tell the royal kitchen to prepare a feast and bring it here. I'll enjoy a good meal while watching this rebel's son kowtow. That's what I call entertainment. Fong Tung started shouting again. 6th Prince Lu Chun is the most handsome. 6th Prince Lu Chun is the most handsome. 6th Prince Lu Chun is the most handsome. Lu Chun slowly counted 22, 23, 24. Suddenly, he yelled at Fong Tung, why is your voice so quiet? Haven't you eaten? Louder. Be serious, Fong Tung. I can't hear you. Fong Tung gritted his teeth, fuming, this bastard is bullying me too much. Despite his anger, he didn't dare disobey. He shouted with all his might, 6th Prince Lu Chun is the most handsome. People passing by outside could hear him. One person wondered, who's that lunatic yelling inside the royal palace? The person next to him guessed, sound like Fong Tung. He went out this morning. Probably got his brains stuck in the doorway. Fong Tung raised his head, his forehead swollen with large lumps. Is that good enough? He asked. I've kowtowed 100 times already. Lu Chun, release my master. Lu Chun sat on his chair and waved his hand dismissively. Your head isn't even broken. Clearly, you haven't been sincere. Do it again. Fong Tung roared. Don't be so unreasonable. I've kowtowed 100 times. Release my master. Lu Qin smiled and said, I always keep my promises to ordinary people. But for those who bite the hand that feeds them, especially the children of those who are ungrateful, there's no need to keep promises. The Xianlei sect elder shouted, Enough. Everyone be quiet. I don't believe your formations are endless. Today, I will tear you to shreds. Lu Chun let out an "oh." Then keep trying, old man. I have too many of these trash formations. They're just taking up space in my storage bag. Help me get rid of them. Suddenly, a voice boomed from behind. Enough. What a waste. You prodigal son. How dare you squander such precious tier 5 formations like this? Lu Chan replied nonchalantly, they're just tier 5 formations. How much could they be worth? He thought to himself, asterisk back then, my master threw these things at me like they were toilet paper. This junk is basically worthless. Asterisk seeing his son's disobedience, Lu Jingheng roared furiously, you good for nothing. Deactivate the formations now. Lu Chun casually twirled the jade piece in his hand and muttered, fine, fine. Why so angry? The sword formation was quickly withdrawn and disappeared. Lu Jingheng stepped forward and said in a deep voice, Elder Xia Tian has come all this way. What brings you here? The Xianlei sect elder landed in the courtyard. Seeing Lu Jingheng, he thought, asterisk this bastard is still alive. He just refused to come out earlier, letting me get trapped in the formation and making a fool of me. Asterisk Xia Tian snorted. I'm here today to deliver the imperial decree of His Majesty, Emperor Qi. He thought to himself, asterisk Lu Jingheng, let's see how long you can stay happy. Xia Tian took out a scroll and shouted, by the power vested in me, I hereby unseal the imperial decree. A powerful pressure appeared, shaking the surrounding space. A brilliant light shone across a vast area. The image of Emperor Qi appeared. Lu Jingheng recognized it as the aura of His Majesty, Emperor Qi. It was the emperor's will imbued within the decree. He knelt down, clasped his hands, and bowed. Your Majesty, Emperor Qi. Xia Tian also knelt down and called out, Your Majesty, Emperor Qi. Emperor Qi's deep voice resonated. Lu Jingheng, after careful consideration, I have decided to strip you of your title as king. I hereby decree that the throne be passed to. The imperial edict has just arrived. Suddenly, Lu Qin's voice cuts in. Not bad, quite smooth. Perfect for toilet paper. Both Jingheng and Xia Tian, along with Emperor Qi's spirit projection, are present. Lu Chun pays little attention to their reactions. He picks up the edict, holding the scroll in one hand and a knife in the other, examining it. I especially like this floral brocade. I'll use it in the privy. Emperor Qi's spirit projection laughs loudly. A mere brat who doesn't know the immensity of heaven and earth. Insulting the imperial edict is a crime punishable by death. He gathers his qi and attacks. Lu Wang cries out, Chinner, be careful. Get back. But Lu Chun simply grunts. He slashes with his knife, directly attacking the spirit projection. Emperor Qi is just an emperor, nothing more. Seeing his spirit projection split in two, Emperor Qi roars, audacious. You dare destroy my spirit projection. I will kill you. Lu Qin laughs loudly. If you have the ability, then come and kill me. At that moment, thunder rumbles in the sky above Emperor Qi's palace. Emperor Qi bellows in rage. Damn it. Who used my imperial edict as toilet paper? They have some nerve. His fury radiates with terrifying power. Summon the Martial King. How to brought to me. Those outside, witnessing the surge of energy piercing the sky, ask in fear, who has angered Emperor Qi? A grandmaster, sensing the terrifying rage, cries out in alarm. Prince Lu Chun has done it again. Something terrible is about to happen. DeFu, standing nearby, asks, is it really that scary, old monk? At worst, our Lu kingdom will rebel against the Qi kingdom. The monk trembles slightly. A happy emperor means good fortune and peace for all. An enraged emperor means misfortune and death everywhere. You don't understand the terror of an emperor's wrath. Where is Huang Jing? Thousands of years ago, the battle between Emperor Qi and Yuan Huang, a mere remnant, shattered a piece of the kingdom. Now, Emperor Qi is enraged and personally taking action. Within the time it takes an incense stick to burn, he could sink the entire Lu kingdom. As the Lu kingdom teeters on the brink of collapse, countless people, their lives in ruins, flee their homes. Inside the Lu kingdom's palace, seeing Lu Chun tear the imperial edict, Xia Tian growls, you little brat. Because of your stupidity, the Lu kingdom is about to be destroyed. Insulting Emperor Qi is a crime punishable by death. He lunges forward, attacking Lu Chun. Prepare to die. Lu Wang suddenly intervenes, his power blasting Xia Tian backward. With a crash, the wall crumbles. Xia Tian roars, Lu Zhengheng, have you gone mad? Haha. Protecting this lawless lunatic will cost you the entire Lu kingdom. Lu Wang replies firmly, so what? I want to see who dares touch my son. The Xianlei sect elder speaks sternly. You can always have another son, but once your kingdom is lost, you have nothing left. Hand over Lu Qin to me. I will take him to the Great Qi Imperial Palace for Emperor Qi to deal with. If you do this, perhaps Emperor Qi will spare your life, and the Lu kingdom can be preserved. Lu Zhengheng spits on the ground. Oof. A man who abandons his own son is no father at all. Damn all. Even if my body is broken and my kingdom falls, I will stain the emperor's robes with my blood. I won't be a dog like you, licking the emperor's boots. Xia Tian shouts angrily, so stubborn. Then be the last king of the Lu kingdom. Seeing his father's defiance, Lu Chun reassures him, old man, don't worry. There won't be any body broken, kingdom fallen. He's just an emperor. I can handle him. Hearing these words, Fong Tung roared, Lu Chun, don't speak such nonsense. You're just lucky to have picked up some treasures at an ancient ruin. That's why you're rich. How dare you look down on the emperor? Just a glance from him, and you be turned to ashes. Lu Chun retorted, don't even talk about the emperor's glance, you pig-headed fool. You can't even see anymore, so how dare you stand here and yell? You're about to die, yet you're still so foul-mouthed. Just wait until the emperor arrives. Won't you run like a dog too? He calmly replied, run? Why would I run? Just an emperor wants me to run. If word of this got out, and my junior disciple found out, I'd have no face left to live. But Fong Tung continued to rant, you idiot, still dreaming. For everyone's sake, you should just kill yourself. Lu Qin scoffed, suicide isn't out of the question, but I refuse to do it that way. If I die, I'll die like a warrior. Fong Tung, let's not use any external forces. Just our cultivation. A fair fight. If you have the guts, kill me. Let me die like a warrior in battle. Seeing his son challenge Lu Chun, Fong Shanglin tried to stop him. There's a whole major realm between you two. Even though Chun has slain a supernal being, Fong Tung is still the #1 genius of the Six Kingdoms. He's not like other supernal beings. Lu Chun raised a finger and replied, don't worry, just watch. He stepped forward, confidently stating, as for the #1 genius of the Six Kingdoms, after today he won't be anymore. Fong Tung cracked his knuckles. He laughed heartily and replied, all right, I'll grant your wish. Remember not to be too grateful, and make sure to use all your strength. That way, you might actually live a little longer. Before he could finish his sentence, a flash of lightning streaked past Fong Tung's face. Blood splattered, coating Lu Chen's hand. He said coldly, just this, and you wanted me to use all my strength. Xia Tan, witnessing this scene, was utterly horrified. What? Fong Tang's head was nearly severed by a single slash. He cried out in anguish. No. Lu Zhengheng was stunned. This kid is too strong. Why do I feel like he's the supernal being and Fong Tung is just body refinement? Fong Tung collapsed, blood pooling on the ground. Lu Chan said, from the moment you and your father plotted rebellion, you should have known this day would come. This is your end. Fong Shanglin cried out in pain, my son. He went mad. His eyes blazing with killing intent. He charged towards Lu Chun to avenge his son. Ah, you beast. I'll kill you. Lu Zhengheng stepped forward, shouting, I'm here. Who do you think you can kill? Spiritual energy gathered in his hand, radiating an incredibly powerful aura. Lu Wang declared, you're just a nascent soul cultivator. Know your place. A powerful strike hit Fong Shanglin's chest, sending him flying backward, crashing through a large wall. He coughed up blood in pain. Coughing, and knowing he was no match for Lu Wang, Fong Shanglin turned and pleaded, Elder Xia Tian, kill Lu Chun. I beg you, avenge Teng. The Xianlei sect elder coldly replied, silence. Fong Shanglin was taken aback. Elder, Grand Elder, Xia Tian said to Lu Zhengheng, Your Majesty, this is an unforgivable insult. Just wait for Emperor Qi's wrath. Then he shot into the air, quickly leaving. Lu Chun scoffed. Old man, you're cornered, and you still dare to boast. Pathetic. Fong Shanglin laughed maniacally. Ha, get lost, you coward. You're not worthy of being my son's master. He knelt beside his son's body, his voice full of bitterness. Tung, it's my bad luck. I didn't foresee this. I've dragged you down with me. Fong Shanglin suddenly brought his hand to his chest and subtly channeled his energy. Don't be afraid of being alone, my son. I'll be with you soon. He struck his chest hard, destroying his nascent soul. With a strained voice, Fong Shanglin said, cough, Lu Chun, Lu Zhengheng. You've angered the emperor. He will definitely kill you. He'll make your lives a living hell. I'll be waiting for you in hell. Lu Wang calmly stepped onto the platform. He sighed. You reap what you sow. Chun'er, let's return to the palace. Lu Chen looked at the bodies of the father and son and chuckled softly. Hell, are you afraid of the heat? You two can enjoy yourselves down there. The Lu Kingdom's rebellion ended here, but the trouble Lu Chun caused was far from over. Lu Zhengheng flew into a rage and roared, look what you've done. You used the emperor's edict as toilet paper. How dare you? You're even more audacious than your father. You can't even imagine Emperor Qi's power. After ranting for a while, he finally lowered his voice. TSK, you brat. Now follow me. We're leaving the Lu Kingdom. We'll find a remote village. That's our only way to survive. Lu Chan put on a fake, innocent expression and argued, Old man, it's just an emperor. Do you need be so scared? You're still strong and healthy, yet you have no ambition. Are you satisfied with just being a king? Lu Wang asked, slightly puzzled, what do you mean? Lu Chun slung an arm around his father's shoulders and said excitedly, it's just Emperor Qi. We'll rebel against him. Then you can be the emperor of Lu, and I'll be the prince. Isn't that great? Lu Zhengheng sighed, great. You want to get your father killed. I'm only at the king realm, and the emperor realm is a whole major realm above that. What do I have to rebel with? Lu Chen replied confidently, I have a way. Don't worry about it. Declare war. Rebel against that dog. Just then, General Li entered and reported, Your Highness, the entire royal guard in the palace has used the marrow cleansing pill. Now, the royal guard has broken through the marrow cleansing stage. Most have reached the supernal realm. The best ones are about to break through to the nascent soul realm. Lu Chun was extremely excited. He exclaimed, excellent. Although the pills have miraculous effects, it's the daily foundation you've cultivated that allows for such a powerful breakthrough today. General Li cupped his hands and said, Your Highness is too kind. If it weren't for Your Highness's generosity, I'm afraid we would still be stuck, unable to break through. Lu Wang spread his hand and calculated marrow cleansing pills. One pill costs at least 2 million spirit stones on the market. If it's high quality, the auction price can even reach 4 or 5 million. Knowing that the Royal Guard has 8,771 members, the total cost is 16 billion. Lu Chen laughed heartily and said, it's nothing, just a small amount of money. It's more important for you to improve your strength. Lu Zhengheng immediately drew his sword and charged forward. A small amount, 16 billion. Even 18 generations of our family combined have never seen that much money, and you just threw it away like that. You brat, let me chop off that hand that doesn't know the value of money. Lu Chun broke out in a cold sweat and yelled, Old man, calm down. The situation is tense. Suddenly, Lu Chun rummaged through his robe, muttering, I was so busy talking, I forgot to tell you how to deal with Emperor Qi. He finished and held it out in front of his father, saying, Here it is. This is it. Lu Zhengheng was no longer doubtful. Instead, he wore a bewildered expression at what Lu Chen presented. It seemed that in Lu Chen's eyes, these two books were not just inanimate objects, but also held other secrets. He picked them up and said with a proud look, 2 saint-level martial arts manuals. Learning these, one can fight above their level, as easy as eating cake. A minor matter like Emperor Qi isn't that easily resolved. Hearing his son's words, Lu Zhengheng couldn't help but be surprised by their uses. What? Saint-level martial arts. He grabbed Lu Chen's shoulders, shaking him vigorously, his voice full of disbelief. Boy, what did you say? Saint-level martial arts. Faced with his father's agitation, he could only offer a helpless, wry smile. He quickly told his father to calm down. Hey, old man, don't get so excited. You'll break my bones. Now, neither of them was giving way. Lu Zhengheng retorted, Lu Chun, don't talk such nonsense. Boy, do you even understand what the concept of saint level is? Saint level isn't a realm we can even touch. Hearing this, Lu Chun regained his serious demeanor. He furrowed his brows, his eyes sharp as he said firmly, Old man, you can't just refuse to let your imagination soar. Here, I'll demonstrate for you. With that said, the two moved to an empty plot of land. They stood facing each other, one on each side. Lu Zhengheng grumbled in dissatisfaction. Emperor Qi is furious. He'll definitely send another royal guard to kill me. He might even send a second king realm expert to deal with me. No matter how exquisite your martial skill is, can it allow someone injured like me to deal with a second king realm expert? Learning this thing of yours is just a waste of time. Hearing his father say this, he simply chuckled and said, deal with a second king realm expert. Learn this, and killing a second king realm expert will be more than enough. At the same time, he raised a finger and began to absorb power. The skies suddenly darkened, and the wind picked up like a gale, blowing his hair wildly. The energy around him grew stronger and stronger, swallowing all light. Lu Chun softly said, "Saint-level martial art, shattering star finger, activate." He then pointed his finger straight ahead. Immediately, a beam of light tore through the sky in the distance, shooting off in the direction he pointed, picking the sun and moon, breaking the stars. Hands clasped, opening heaven and earth. With just one move, Lu Chun caused thousands of rays of light to descend like a meteor shower, crashing into the empty plot of land, causing the ground to shake violently. Witnessing the scene before him, Lu Zhengheng couldn't help but be terrified. He could only exclaim, "This martial skill." A loud rumble echoed as the light beam slammed into the ground behind Lu Chun, shattering the earth with terrifying power. Yet, he stood still, not bothering to dodge at all. He smiled at his father. "Old man, what do you think of this move?" Having witnessed the performance just now, Lu Zhengheng was speechless. He asked in astonishment, "You haven't even reached the supernal realm yet. How can you learn such profound martial skills? Which sect did you join?" Hearing this, Lu Chun lifted his chin proudly and said, "It's not that I'm amazing, it's that my 5 beautiful masters are amazing." He then went over and put his arm around his father's neck playfully, continuing, "Forget it, telling you these things is useless. Now, I'll transfer this martial skill to you." With that, Lu Chun began to teach his father the moves. Shattering Star Finger, a saint-level finger technique, possesses exceptional power. One finger pointed, and the heavens and earth tremble. He reminded seriously, although the Shattering Star Finger is powerful, if your movement technique isn't sufficient, you won't be able to kill anyone. The father and son continue to immerse themselves in practice. This moment is more peaceful than ever, like the calm before the storm, preparing for the fierce battle to come. The training is finally over. He turns to look at his father with a proud look, as if to say that he will surely win the coming battle. He turns and waves goodbye to Lu Zhengheng. At the Qi Emperor's palace, a subordinate kneels, repeatedly apologizing. "Your guilty servant couldn't protect the imperial edict. I even let the king of the 6 kingdoms and his son humiliate the imperial edict." He slams his head repeatedly on the ground, causing the floor to slowly crack. "They even dared to insult the emperor's decree and tarnish his reputation. Your guilty servant, Qi Emperor, begs for punishment." Emperor Qi Han doesn't care what happens to him. He coldly says, "Those 6 kingdoms." Qi Han is now like a ticking time bomb, his anger suppressed to the extreme, just waiting to explode. He orders, "The emperor cannot be humiliated. Order the kings of Yin, Zhao, and Han kingdoms to destroy the 6 kingdoms within 7 days." With eyes full of hatred, Qi Han continues, "7 days from now, I want to see the king of the 6 kingdoms and his son commit suicide before my palace gates to atone for their sins." Meanwhile, back at the 6 kingdoms, 2 figures appear in the sky, slowly descending. Lu Chun and his father, the king of the 6 kingdoms, calmly point to the sky. Wow, they arrive quickly. Just as I predicted, it's those 2 royal guards. Contrary to his son's calmness, Lu Zhengheng wears a more serious expression. Those 2 saint-level martial arts aren't fully mastered yet. They can't use them for more than 2 minutes before their stamina is depleted. "I don't know." Lu Chun scoffs teasingly and replies, "What? Are you worried? We can't handle these 2 pieces of trash." He continues arrogantly, "Don't worry. 2 minutes is enough to kill 10 of them." He speaks with the confidence of certain victory. The figures fly straight towards the 6 kingdoms' capital. One of them says, "Brother Xia, we've arrived at the 6 kingdoms' capital." General Zhe, along with Xia, turns to look at the 3 figures approaching from behind. He says, "These 3 youngsters are actually keeping up with our speed." Indeed, the 3 are getting closer. Seeing this, General Zhe scoffs and praises them. Not bad. They are all talented young men. The future generation is promising, especially Samu. He's already in the early stages of the nascent soul realm. He's worthy of being the #1 young talent of the Han Kingdom. Hearing General Zhe's praise, Samu smiles with satisfaction. Hearing these words, Xia Quan laughs and says, "General, you overestimate this kid. The younger generation of the Zhao Kingdom is the truly formidable one." General Nan and General Bei have become disciples of Sword King Jian Shui and learned his true inheritance. In the future, The Zhao kingdom will have 2 more sword kings. Hearing this, General Nan and General Bei clasp their hands and nod in thanks. General Nan turns to T. Samu. Brother Samu, this time you'll have to let us brothers kill a few more to practice our swordsmanship. Samu chuckles and replies, it's all the same. Seeing the group above still hasn't landed, Lu Chan impatiently says, hey, you old men up there. He continues sarcastically, are you going to let the hundreds of thousands of people in the city watch you brag? Aren't you ashamed? Hearing Lu Chen's words, General Zhe glances down with disdain and challenges him. Just a body refinement realm at its peak dares to be insolent before me. Lu Zhengheng, it seems your kingdom has run out of people. Call Lu Zhengheng out here to talk to me. Surely he's not still lying in bed detoxifying, is he? Haha, responded his taunt. Lu Zhengheng calmly steps forward. He laughs loudly and replies, haha, General Zhe, look how happy you are to see me. His face was full of defiance, as if to say that General Zhe's poison was nothing to him, just a useless sham. Did you miss me? I've come out to see you. Seeing Lu Zhengheng emerge, healthy as if he'd never been poisoned, General Zhe realized his plan had failed. He gritted his teeth, his face darkening as he roared, what? This guy's complexion is so rosy. He's actually detoxified. How is that possible? Having said that, he regained his dignified composure. Certain of his power, he was convinced that Lu Zhengheng would be defeated no matter what. But it doesn't matter. Lu Zhengheng, you're still going to die. Kill yourself. Otherwise, if you wait for us to make a move, you won't die peacefully. Hearing this, Lu Zhengheng's face hardened. His eyes filled with suspicion as he said, what do we cultivate for? For longevity, for freedom. As he spoke, he radiated an overwhelming power, showing that he wasn't afraid of the threat. His eyes full of arrogance. He looked directly at General Zhe and retorted, the Emperor says one word and want me to kill myself. Then what's the point of cultivating? Are you all just dogs for someone else? Like my son said, it's just a situation. Why should I be afraid? Observing their exchange, Samu sneered and muttered, ridiculous. Just a king daring to confront the Emperor. Do you know what your end will be? A nobody like you considers this cultivation. What the hell are you cultivating? At this moment, Lu Zhengheng found it utterly laughable. The word Samu had just uttered made him seem like nothing in Lu Zhengheng's eyes. Just a nascent soul cultivator daring to bark like that in front of King. With a flash, Samu was caught in Lu Zhengheng's palm. He now resembled a colossal beast, his eyes blazing as if waiting to crush his enemy in an instant. Do you know what your end will be? Samu was terrified by this sight. He still couldn't understand how he'd ended up in this situation. Suddenly, an arm forcefully pulled him, dragging him out of the illusion. He was saved from death in the nick of time. Xiaoquan gritted his teeth and yelled, Mu'er, wake up.